Hello?
Hi, Danny. This is Vincent. Can you hear me?
I can. Can you
Wow.
hear me?
I can hear you for sure. Yeah, I can. Can you?
I might just get some headphones because it is a bit loud in the background.
It is. We're gonna once we do an interview, we'll have that sound turned down. Um,
Can you hear the music in the room next door?
oh, you mean it's loud where you are?
Where I am.
Oh, no, no, I can't.
Okay. I'm going to put some earphones in, if that's all right. Oh, I don't know if this will work actually, Vincent, because I don't have a mic on them. I'll give it a try. How are you? It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Yeah, I'm doing great. You're a really good singer, by the way.
Thank you.
You remind me. My initial impression was you reminded me of Susan Tedeschi.
Ah, yeah, thanks. That's a compliment.
Oh, I love Susan Tedeschi so much. Yeah, she's great. So yeah, no, that's what came to mind. And I watched a couple of your videos, and that was really nice. And yeah, I can you. So is the volume that you're hearing from me sound okay?
It is. I'm going to plug in now and we'll see if this works.
Oh, sure.
Okay, now, can you hear me still?
Say that again.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you for sure.
Oh, great. I can hear you much better now. I don't know if there's video. I'm not very good with Skype. I don't Skype very often, so I don't know if the videos.
Let me
Can you
ask you.
see?
If you hold your cursor in the like below where the what do you see in the middle of the screen right now? Do you see me?
Um, I can see you, yes.
Okay, so below that, if you hold your cursor there, there might appear like a black like oval
Oh, I
with,
see.
and the video icon might have a red line. Hey, there you are. There you
There. Ah, hello.
are.
I did it.
You did.
Okay.
Congratulations. This is
Now I'll
cool.
hide this cord so no one knows I'm doing that. I don't know if I can. Okay.
This is cool. You know, it's interesting because I just recently started Skyping, so I've been kind of connecting with Melbourne for about 6 months, and so just very recently I started Skyping. It gives a whole new layer to it because it's a very personal thing when you're looking at somebody moving and their expressions and all that. I like writing and all that, but to have that is really cool. So
Yeah, that is good.
it's really good.
It's clever.
Are you actually
Okay.
at the Sutton House of Music right now?
I am, and I'd go out into the main room, but the sound might not be great. I just thought it could be a nicer backdrop. Um, I
Well,
can carry my computer through if you like.
it's really interesting. I wow, this is really something. I've been getting emotional thinking about what you guys are doing there because I'm starting to learn about Ballarat
Yeah.
and one of the artists. So in a nutshell, basically, for about 5 years, I've been working with youth musicians and setting up events and media production, whether video or radio shows or TV shows, giving them different opportunities and then setting up events. And now I've got this whole like over a dozen junior broadcasters that I'm mentoring with the goal of them learning to be promoters of our local arts and sustainability scene. And most of
Hmm.
them are 11.
Wow.
And they're
So
good.
young.
They're good.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
filmed a show today at Channel 10, school district's TV cable station, and it was the second one with the junior broadcasters. So that was really gratifying doing that today. And so Cersei, so I started communicating with Melbourne, Australia, through a couple connections, and so we've been doing a music share where we have some tremendous talent, music talent in town, and I'm sort of a central guy, mostly on a volunteer basis, what I do. Um, and it's just wonderful because you really build community because when you deal with the kids, it's inherent that you have parents, you have their siblings, you have their friends, you have their parents' friends, you have then grandparents. You have this whole network that builds. So people call me like a connector. So I
Mm.
like say, oh, you should meet them, and then I step
Hmm.
back and let them create. So in one way, it's very simple, because you kind of let them do their creative thing. So
Yeah.
it's gone
Yeah.
really well. So um, we did a couple international quests, which was kind of a mind bender. To the city here is about 150,000 people. We're 50 65 miles north of Denver. And so it's a really great scene here. And so even though we were working with a radio station in Melbourne where there's just this many more artists, the talent that we have here is just tremendous. So so I was interviewing people from Melbourne who are part of this international quest. So I interviewed about 20 of them, close to 20 of them, and we were going to do an international quest 3, and I was like, I want to spend more time with some of these artists because that's what I do here. Like there are certain artists that I just hone in on because I pick up on something, and so we did. I said I don't want to do another quest. I'd rather. So I have a new project. It's called the 7 Bridges to Oz, and there are 4 girls and 3 guys who I'll be focusing on for the next 6 months in whatever way we can. And this is a huge thing, the video Skyping, because you can Skype events and all sorts of stuff. So Cersei Maloney Wise lives in Ballarat, so that's the connection. And she's she's
I don't know her.
She's 8, and she is very gifted. She's actually an extra in I don't really watch TV, but is it the Young Housewives or something like that? It's like the #1 show in Australia. She's an extra in that. She's got her hair is like down to her knees, and but she's into musical theater stuff like that. And but you are doing a tremendous amount of stuff. I was looking at the different things that you do, and I'm really impressed.
Thank you.
Impressed.
Thank you very much.
Through your pores, I could tell.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, I grew up, around music, so it was more popular than the television, I think, at my house. And I guess for someone growing up in the 70s or the 80s to be singing around pianos and doing that kind of, sing-along stuff that was more popular, more in the 1800s probably, or early 1900s. I think to be doing that in the 70s and 80s I was very lucky to be in a house like that where singing was just as, popular, or it was as common rather than talking. So my whole family sang. I know. So I was around it a lot. So I guess from an early age to be doing music was just so normal, just part of my life. And so after school, I guess I went off and I worked in TV for a while, putting television to air and then making TV ads. And I worked as an editor, and then that's, and I was lucky to pick up some teaching. Well, I taught all along. I've taught singing since I was about 17, but just a couple of students. And then I picked up some work at a local music school while I was working in TV. And within a month, I had nearly 40 students and just kind of went, I don't want to do this anymore, the TV, I mean. And that's when I started teaching full time. And so that's when I really, reached out in the community, and my community work just built and built and built after that, I suppose. And I started a music school here in town and started working with community groups and multicultural community groups. So at times running sort of 8 to 9 choirs a week. Yeah. So it's been really, really great, and I've loved it. And this Sutton's thing is a new project for me. It's a whole new twist in the road. Yeah. So I get to just now bring music to town on a grander scale, I suppose. Yeah. And in a building that was built to bring music to town. Like it was like in the late 1800s. This was, I suppose,
the video went out. Can you still hear me?
Where you'd been and buy the... Yes, I can.
Oh, okay. You're back. It
We're
went.
back?
The image froze, and I could. What you were saying stopped. Sorry,
Oh,
I just
sorry
want
about
to
that.
make sure I hear what
So
you're saying.
yeah, so I was saying that Sutton's Music Emporium, which is the building that I'm sitting in,
Yes.
it was, I suppose, in the day, I guess, where you would go, like they would find gold in here in Ballarat and come straight to Sutton's and buy the latest pianola scroll, or buy the newest piano, and that would be, they'd take it home and that would be their form of entertainment, So it was like today's major kind of record shop where you might go and get the latest flat screen or something like that to take home and be entertained by. So this was sorry, I've just been called to the front. It's very busy out there, which is good.
That's really good.
But yeah, so do you know what I'm saying? So this was the place that they would come in the 1890s and to be entertained and take that thing home and then go into the lounge room and play music and put that new scroll in the piano. So it's an exciting building to be in, and to bring it back to life is just been a great thing. Yeah.
Wow. Well, I should let you get up front. And I just wanted to mention that I had a setting on here where it automatically records from the beginning. I wasn't intending on getting into the interview right away, but if you like it, I would like to do these ongoing. I want to do whatever possible to help promote your place because I'm so interested in it. So I could take a small snippet of what you said.
Sure.
And I would send it to you before posting it so that you could see it first.
Okay, great.
And we'll just take it from here and stay in contact, and I'll be learning more, and I have ideas I'll be bouncing your way as well, Dani. So thanks for
I'm happy to do that.
taking a few minutes and talking, and we'll line up another time soon to do this.
All right. Yeah, it's a pleasure. Thanks for thinking of us and including us in your project. I'll Facebook you my email address so we can talk through there, perhaps.
That sounds better. Yeah, it sounds terrific.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Pleasure, Dani.
It's lovely to meet you. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.